Hello, chickadees. It's Molly from Mystic Mojo checking in this evening. I have a message from our spirit guides, and then we're going to pull some cards like we normally do. So, we do have a message this week. It was a very interesting message. I'm going to tell you that I started out talking to them about what it was that what they think about humans. So Hera in particular, but what Hera as an Arcturian thinks about humans. And um, her answer was really funny. So she thinks humans are lazy. And I said, so why? And she said, mind. So we're lazy in our minds. And I thought, oh, she's not wrong. So she's not wrong there. And so I asked her a bunch of clarifying questions, and I said, are you saying we don't use enough of our mind? And she said, yes. And I said, do you, I asked a bunch of other questions, and she said that she said no to, and I said, why are you telling me no? And she said, you are able. And then I said, is this a message for the community at Mojo Mysticism? And she said, yes. And I thought, that is really interesting. So we are able in the context of using our minds, and we don't use very much of our minds currently. So that's very interesting. And then I asked if she had a follow-on message for all of us tonight, and she said, lack doesn't belong. So let's see what the cards have to say. She did say she wanted us to pull from 3 decks. The Mystic Manifesting will be the 3rd deck. Divine Compass will be the 2nd deck, and the first one will be the Wisdom of Hafiz. So we'll see what additional messages she has for us regards to being able to use more of our minds and lack not belonging. So I've already said my grounding prayer before I started talking to Hera and the board on the pendulum. So we'll go ahead and just see what additional messages they have for us this evening. So, all right. So Hera and the spirit guides of everyone watching this, please give us an additional message for lack doesn't belong, and you are able within the context of using our minds. Taking a while for one to pop out tonight. So there's one. There we go. Okay, so we have one from the Wisdom of Hafiz, and I think I'll do like I did the other night and or day or whatever time it was. I'm going to pull all 3 decks, and then we'll talk about them. So the second one is the Divine Compass. So let's see what additional messages you have for us regarding what I forgot. I'm not using my mind very clearly. So you are able, and lack does not exist. And you are able definitely in the context of our mind. I think the lack doesn't belong is also related. So it's speaking to me like it's related, that it's related to maybe thinking we can't use more of our mind than we do, typically. So all right, let's see what we have here. So what additional message or messages do you have for us from this deck about using our minds and believing that we can use more of them and not being in a place of lack when it comes to our minds? What additional message? There's one. That popped out. Okay. All right. I guess I should ask if these are the only ones for these 2 decks. Okay. Are these the only cards with the messages from these two decks? Yes. So there's no more cards in the deck that we need to pull. Are there more cards that we need to pull? Are there more cards that we need to pull from the decks? Okay, no. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get this third deck out. This is the Mystic Manifesting Oracle card deck. So let's see what message they have for us from this deck as well concerning our message of you are able to use 100% of your mind and lack does not belong. Because I feel like they're saying lack doesn't belong in this conversation when it comes to using your mind. I do find it hilarious that they told me I was lazy. So, oops, there's one. So I find that really, really funny. So, okay. Okay, is the Mystic Manifesting card that I have pulled, is that the card with the message for us this evening? Great. Are there any other cards in that deck that I need to pull? No. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's see what we have. So, from the Wisdom of Hafiz, we have a new card. Thank goodness. We've been pulling that Take Action card. Like, I feel like that thing's been showing up in my dreams. So, but it's been meaningful. It definitely has had meaning. But we have a different card tonight. This is this card. I'm looking up the book too while I'm getting ready to show you the card. So this is the card, Retreat. What does it say to you? So what the book says is that the quote from Hafiz is, it says, alone in the desert, alone in the woods, alone in the hills, so helped me to see more of who we are, and to sing so charmingly the heavens sat in my palm. So the message, the additional expanded message says, now is the time to retreat from an argument, from an outdated belief system, from a dying dream, or even from the noise of the world. Create a safe space for hermitage. Cease all effort. Back away from whatever holds your power hostage right now, and seek a shelter for your growing awareness. Wander, hum, rest. Go idle. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you can see more clearly who you really are and what next steps are in alignment with your highest good. Bet it has to do with using more of my mind. So that's beautiful. That's a beautiful card. And it definitely speaks to me because I know when I'm quiet, I can access more of the divine through my thoughts and feelings and emotions and a sense of connectedness and alignment with the divine. So, interesting card. All right, so the next one is from the Divine Compass, and it says, it's the Emerging Dawn card. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Enjoy the journey. So, last week we were talking about the journey inward. Yeah, I think that is part of what this is talking about. And then when we're just looking at the Wisdom of Hafiz card, that is just saying let go of things that no longer serve you, right? Trust that when you do that there's another beginning right around the corner. And sometimes it doesn't even look like what it is, but it's there. So this is nice, very nice card. Okay, and the third card they have for us tonight is the Shining Wisdom card, right? This says, seek teachings that support you as you manifest your goals, I learn what I need to know. What does this say to you in the context of mind? Right? And you are able. If you look at all three of these cards tonight, the retreat, the using our mind, that the knowledge will come when it needs to, right? If you look at all three of these let's see if I can do this. If you look at all three of these together, oops, oh boy, my camera challenges just gotten exponentially more interesting. But if you look at them all, right, there is a theme here. And it builds on the theme from our last installment, where we were asked to kind of be still. That has been a running theme in my life. Yeah, and I keep, a good friend of mine and we keep hearing the Bible verse, be still and know that I am God. Well, the I am God is you. It's me. It's each of us. We are all part of God. And the be still, to know, is, I think, what we're being called to do. Or at least that's what I'm feeling that I'm being called to do, is to just know that I am able. I'm able to be in alignment. I'm able to be in connection with the divine. I am able to let things go. And I'm also able to be still, to hear the voice of the divine in my life. And lack not belonging is really just making sure that I believe that, right? That I live in that place, from that place of belief, that I can align. So that's what I'm getting out of it. I'd love to hear what you're getting out of the cards this evening and the messages from the boards, our collective board. And yeah, so I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me and checking this out. And we'll be back, probably somewhere around midweek with another check-in. So take care, chickadees. Love y'all.